All right, we're live. So,
Awesome.
okay, now before we begin here, I got my so I have before me. I made like a nice little notebook, paper notebook, and I got like 3 pages of notes here just to get your character back on track. And yeah, it's a pretty good. It should be a satisfying conclusion to it too. But but before we get into that, so from the last 2 sessions. Your character has 8 points of experience. Do you want to spend those points before you begin?
How can I spend them?
Alright, well, let's see. I got my EXP table right here. And, okay, so here's the point cost. So, if you want to raise, like, one of your attributes, it's the dots times 5, which I don't think you can raise, and you don't have enough for that. But what you could do, you have enough EXP to level up a skill, or you can get a merit. It's the cost is like it's the for a skill, it's the number of dots times 3, and for merits, it's the dots times 2. That's kind of your options if you want to do anything with it.
Not yet.
Okay. Well, I noticed you got a lot of skills with no bubbles in them, no dots. So, oh, not like you'll
W-
need them.
wait. On the other hand, I could increase firearms for the pistols.
Well, yeah, it's because you have 80 XP. You could do that. Like you've got points to level some things up if you want to.
Yeah, I want to stuff some in firearms.
All right. Well, and you want to do because okay, so 1 in firearms. That's the dots times 3. So let me just I'll add that on your character sheet. 1 firearms, and that reduces your EXP by 3. So you got 5 EXP now.
Okay. Um, how much would be weaponry?
Weaponry, yeah, it'd be just 3 points again.
Yeah, let's take it.
Okay. So I'll just add that, and alright, you're down to 2 EXP, and the only thing you could do with that is get a new merit, but most merits cost more than 1 dot, so you might want to hold on to that EXP.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, your character, what I'm going to say right now, that's going to help you out for what I've got planned for you today. You're going to want
Okay.
those skills. Okay, so let's first things, let me just get my little notebook here. And first things first, let's see, let me just bring up your information here. Okay, so at the conclusion, and I guess as a as a bit of a like a to recall the story, the last time you kind of went on a bit of a vice binge, if you will, and you got into you almost got into a bar fight. You witnessed several crimes. You committed several crimes. You stole some crack, got high on it. Lots of bad things. Although you did get a new job. That's one thing you did right. So you have the resources from that. It was an interesting time last time. So okay, now to begin here, and I have to. Oh man, I'm really hoping this gets your character back on track. Okay, so we're gonna start here with it's about 1 week after the last little adventure you had, and we're gonna sum up what happened in that week with a few rolls, okay? Like just to determine what your character did. There's some events. So okay, let me just going through my notes. So you're going to need to make some composure and resolve checks for events that would have occurred. Already rolling. And yeah, your composure resolve, that's like what? 5. So okay, first check. I'm going down the list here. So first check is if you remember, you had a bag of crack cocaine under your bed. So
Yes.
we're gonna see if your character has the resolve to not just snort the whole thing over the course of a week, because he does seem to have problems with addictions. So Yeah, composure plus resolve, so 5.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you did good. All right, so the crack, you still have it under your bed. And the other one is, now this one is story related. So we need to see if you've committed any more crimes, any more petty crimes during the week. You know, like, and that would include things like shoplifting and stealing office supplies at your new job. So yeah, go ahead and do another composure resolve to see if you have the willpower to not do that. Okay, good, good. Well, let's see. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot. -1 penalty to that roll. So it's going to be a 4 roll instead of a 5. So just re-roll it and yeah, just disregard that last roll.
-1? Why?
It's a penalty for story reasons. That's what I'll say right now.
Okay.
Okay, so you still did good. You still did quite good. All right, so yeah, John has been doing okay, in the past week, John he's been settling in at his new job, and oh man, tinfoil's already in the chat. Okay, so you've been settling in to your new job. You've been a fairly good worker. You haven't stolen anything. You've been staying away from the crack. You've been doing a good job at just kind of being normal. So yeah, things are going okay. Things are going okay. All right. So now to actually get into the story. So you're coming home. It's a week later. You're coming home from work. You're just in your usual business casual attire, and you're coming back to your apartment. And as you go back to your apartment, you may notice something. And I'm going to go ahead and ask for a wits composure check to see if you notice it.
4 or 3?
For wits composure, it's 4.
No penalty?
Nope, no penalty.
Okay. Oh,
right.
I noticed something really good.
Oh, yes, you did very good. You can keep rolling, too, to see how well you... Okay, well, 3 successes is still quite good. That's a good success. So, yeah, as you're going back to your apartment, what you notice is that the door is kind of open. The door's already open, and you can maybe hear something inside. It's like someone rustling around, maybe like turning furniture over. You're not too sure what's going on, but how do you want to proceed?
What, in my room?
Well, you're out in the hallway right now, just looking at your door, and it's open, so something's going on. What do you want to do?
Oh, geez. Do I have anything with me?
Well, all you would have on you, and let me just check, because I updated your character sheet to put some things back in you wouldn't have on you. All you've got, let me just say you've got about your usual $50 in your wallet. That's about, you got your wallet, your cheap wristwatch, your lighter, and your apartment key. That's all you got on you.
Okay. Let's have a quick peek inside.
Okay, well, let's see. For this one, now, to have a quick peek inside, you're gonna have to to make sure you don't get spotted, you're gonna need to roll some dexterity plus stealth, which just 3. No blend-in bonus.
Invisible.
You did good. You've done well. Okay, so... Alright, so, okay. Now, the other check you'll have to make, so you're not going to get spotted, but you're going to have to make a check to see what you actually see. So that would be wits composure again. So this is just,
okay.
yeah, 4. 4.
4?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 1 again, or 4?
Just 4, it's fresh roll.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it's good enough. Although you can roll again. You do have 1 roll again to see, roll again. Roll again. Okay, well that's pretty good. That's so okay, okay. So you sneak up to your door very quietly, and you kind of like crouch right up against the door, and you peek around, and you see one very familiar looking man with slicked back hair. It might be, if you remember, that guy that had you alone in the room, when the police kind of escorted you off the last time, the last adventure. And then there's
Hmm.
someone else. So he's kind of like looking through all your furniture, right? And he's flipping things over, checking things. And then there's another man in the room who's kind of standing in the corner just watching. He's a very tall man, not overly muscular, but he's bald, got a goatee and some spectacles. He's wearing a coat. And he's just kind of standing there watching and looking around and observing. That's what you see, and they don't notice you yet.
Okay. Let's look for a weapon.
Well, right now you're out in the hallway, and I can tell you, there's nothing in the hallway. Just doors.
Not even
Unless
a
you wanna,
broom.
no, unless you wanna try sneaking into the room to get like your lead pipe or something. But I don't know.
Oh yes, the mighty lead pipe. Yes, let's try to get my murder pipe.
Okay, well then, well, you're gonna have to try to sneak into the room again. So, go ahead and give me, the stealth roll again. So, 2 plus 1 is 3. Not so
Oh.
good. So, yeah, you try to sneak into the room. You slowly creep out from the door and try to inch your way around to where you'd put the lead pipe. But the tall guy with the spectacles, he very, very quickly spots you and motions over to the other man that you're familiar with, and they quickly surround you. And so now, do you want to? Are you going to try to talk, or are you just going to go straight to resisting, or how do you approach this?
Let's have a little chit chat. I wanna
Okay.
ask them what they are doing.
Okay. Well, so here's how that's going to go down. All right. So, let's see. And again, referring to my notes, I'm trying to keep you on track here. So, okay. So the man that you are familiar with, he approaches you and he says, "Well, you've been busy, haven't you?" And he kind of motions towards. So on the ground, like the things he's been looking over, you see the lead pipe that had used to bash a man's skull in, and the crack and all that. And so he seems to know that you've been up to things, and so yeah, he says it's time that we had a talk, like a real talk about this problem. So do you wanna try to persuade, or what do you want to do here? You want to just go along with it, or you want to try to push for some extra information, or what do you want to do here?
Manipulation, intimidation. What the hell are you doing in my room?
All right, well, yeah, give me 4 dice. Somehow that works. Somehow. Okay, well, yeah. He can see that you don't like what's going on here, and you're desperate for some answers. So he goes ahead and he just kind of puts it out there that he knows what you've been up to, and he also knows about what went on about 2 weeks ago at your first place of employment. And he says that you've let out a certain corporate asset that they need to get back under control, and that you're going to help them do this because you now are part of the problem.
Oh, really?
All right, so and again, trying to keep you on track here. So All right. So now, the man in the other man in the tall man with the spectacles, he's just gonna go ahead and introduction time. Introduction time. So let me go ahead and get some character sheets up here. So we're gonna get you on track yet. All right. So. All right. So the tall man he introduces himself as Mr. Joseph Palmer, and it's his associate, the one you're already familiar with, is a one Eric Ellison, which if you remember, and if your character remembers, because you actually found a clue a while back in your first story. Let's see if your character can remember the name actually. So how about give me some intelligence plus how about, well, actually it would just be intelligence plus wits, just to remember something. So 5 dice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just to see if your character remembers.
Remember
Okay.
everything.
So yeah, you might remember your critical success. So yeah, you might remember that back when you were working at Micro Digitech with that whole that ordeal that you went through, one of the clues you found was a memo on the company computer, which it was your boss had written a note about the item, which you know what that is now, the room, the painting, and it was written to a Mr. Ellison. So this would probably be the same Mr. Ellison that note was written to.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, so yeah, introductions, and so they say that they're problem solvers for the company Infinity Solutions Group, which is actually again something your character would know since you did so good on your recall. The company that you worked for was their parent company was Infinity Solutions Group, so it's all connected here. It's all connected. And so they figure there's a problem going on here, and they're gonna just lay it all out. So before they do that, do you want to try to do anything? Do you want to put any persuasion, get some more information or extra? I don't know. What else do you want to do here before they continue?
I let them continue talk if they are about to talk.
Okay. Well, you'll just trust that everything is on the up and up. So they just lay it out right there for you that what you did, they don't know all of what you might have done with the room, but they let a certain thing out. You let a certain thing out, and it's like if you might have noticed, if you have watched any of the local news or anything, but bad things are happening around town, and that is your fault. It's 100% your fault. And they need you to, yeah, they need you to solve this problem, and they want to do some tests. This tall gentleman, he wants to do a couple of very detailed occult tests on you to confirm something. He doesn't say what those tests are, but you're not sure if he's asking for your permission or he's just telling you what he's gonna do. So, you gonna go along with it?
I want to ask what kind of tests?
Well, to do that, to get anything out of him, you're gonna have to persuade him. So, manipulation plus persuasion, which for you is just 3. Okay, you're doing really good at getting these low rolls. So, okay. So he goes ahead and says, well, it's not really, this wasn't a question, this is what's going to happen. However, we suspect that the creature you let out, a demon, if you will, which you probably know it as, we think you may be possessed. It may be following you or have some kind of interest in you. And we think we can use that maybe to lure it or to find more information about what's going on. And they need to test you to see if you are under the demon's influence.
And what is so bad about that?
Well, and then so here, Mr. Ellison just kind of he gets in there and says, "Well, we can see you're acting. You seem to be very busy for a for just an office worker, for just a computer guy. You know, lots of extracurricular activities with the drugs and all the crime. So yeah, they think you are definitely under the influence of the demon." It would explain some things. It would explain a few things. So you just gonna no resistance? You gonna let it happen, or what's your response?
Yeah, why not? I do as they what they want from me.
All right. So yeah, they just go ahead and they lead you over to kind of you've got a couch in your room, so they just kind of lead you over to sit on the couch, and the tall guy is just kind of he's setting some things up. You notice he's already got like there's some bowls full of something you're not quite sure. Couple of I don't know, fancy looking ornate tools and artifacts. Just kind of it's got like a whole bag. He's got a whole bag full of magical, mystical goodies. And so he goes about the process of testing to see what's going on with you. And on that end, I'm just going to make him do a roll, right, quick, to see what he finds. Okay, well, oh, I got to roll again. Nice. Let's see how well he does. All right, good enough. So, all right, he tests things out, and he comes to a conclusion. And he looks rather worried. He looks over to Mr. Ellison, and they go and have a little chat to themselves away from you. And it's at this point you're just kind of sitting there. Do you want to listen in? Do you want to try to listen in on them, if you can?
Where did they go?
Well, they're
But
they're kind
are
of
they
they're talking to themselves. They just kind of stepped a few. They're off on the other side of the room to speak privately. So you might try to listen in. Do you want to do that?
I could listen in, or I could steal some artifacts. Ah, tough question.
God damn it.
But I guess I would destroy your story with that. Let's just listen into them.
Well, the story would proceed, but you probably don't want to make them angry. So, okay, let's see if you can listen. Let's see if you can hear anything. So, wits plus composure. So, 4.
Oh, I'm deaf.
All right. Well, you don't really you don't glean anything overly important, but you do hear a little bit. Okay, I'll throw you that. You hear just a little something, nothing overly important. And what you hear is, so they're kind of discussing. So Mr. Palmer, he's kind of saying that oh man, this guy, he's there's definitely something wrong here. We should probably destroy him. He probably needs to go. But Ellison is saying that no, that's not why we're here. We need to fix this problem. And so they're discussing what they want to do with you. Although you don't hear any actual important information. So do you want to? You have a second here. I guess you can still try to steal something if you really want to. Okay, if you really want to.
Yes, I really want to.
Okay, well,
I can't help it.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's see if you can do it without being detected, because that's the important thing here. So
blend in with my couch.
All right, so yeah, give me the dexterity stealth. So 3. Wow. Okay. Well, so while they're not looking, you peek over to all these artifacts just kind of laid out, and So the one that probably interests you the most is something that looks kind of like it's like a really shiny crystal thing on a string. It's like almost like a necklace. It's just a red jewel of some sort. And while those two are talking, you just kind of sneak over, and you just grab the thing, and you just kind of put it in your pocket while they're not looking. So
Yes.
okay, and let me just make a note. Let me make a note here that you've added that to your inventory. So you don't know what it does, but you've picked it up. So let's just say an unidentified red jewel necklace. That's what you picked up.
Well, I'm gonna
Okay.
find out what it does. I'm
Well,
gonna ask
maybe.
people, search the internet.
Well, maybe. So okay. So the two of them, they eventually kind of come back to you, and they again seem to be conflicted as to what to do with you. But Mr. Ellison just comes out and says that so the good news is you're not possessed.
Damn it.
Technically speaking, you are, however, you have been touched by the demon. You've been tainted and corrupted by it.
Uh-oh, stranger danger. Bad touch, bad touch.
All right. So, yeah, you've been corrupted by the demon, and this is not a. This is unfortunately, it's not an uncommon thing these days. Since your shenanigans, your antics back 2 weeks ago, apparently there are. This kind of thing is cropping up more. More and more people seem to be under demonic influence lately, but it seems like, from what they've been witnessing, that whatever's going on, it seems to be more concentrated wherever you are. So maybe the demon has an interest in you and is following you. They can't be too sure.
Maybe I am the demon.
No, John, you are the demons. uh, but no, they. So here's the thing. So he says that Mr. Palmer, his associate, thinks the best idea would be to destroy you right now, but that might be a dead end to their investigation. So they're going to let you live, and they want to keep track of you, and they figure that whatever's going on, it's going to concentrate around you. So they have requested, well, not so much requested as pretty much told you that you're going to be working for them for a while. So
See if I cooperate.
well, so at this point, do you want to maybe ask them more questions, or I mean, you could even try to, I don't know, negotiate a little something here. Maybe negotiate a deal. How do you want to go about things?
What exactly do I have to do for them if I
All
have
right.
to work for them?
All right. Well, good question. So, what they what they say here is that so Mr. Ellison, he points to his associate, and he says that the two of them, they're going to be closely monitoring and investigating the situation. They'll be around, but and he real quick, he just kind of writes something down, and he hands you a piece of paper, which is a telephone number, and he tells you to he'll tell you what to do with that in a minute. And so what he wants you to do is he wants you to just go about your business, to just live your puny mortal life, as it were, and eventually things are going to happen around you. These demons, they seem to be quite interested in you, probably because you let the demon out, and they're probably going to attempt to use you for something. So he just wants you to continue doing what you're doing, and to call him when you find something important, like when you find something really big, he'll come help deal with it. But that's what you're gonna do.
What about vacation and money payment?
Okay, here we go. Here we go. So you want to try to get a little deal here going.
I want money.
So okay. You can go ahead and I can say right now you're not going to intimidate him, but you might be able to persuade him to maybe give you a slightly better deal. So that'd be manipulation plus persuasion. So 3.
Ain't getting
Oh.
shit.
No, he just tells you how it is that no this most mortals in your situation they would have just been erased. They would have been disappeared. But it's a special circumstance because you might be important for what is to come. So yeah, you don't get any deals. You don't get to negotiate. You do this or you die, basically. So
Let's throw away the telephone number. No, let's not do that.
Yeah, no destroying the campaign here. So okay, they've pretty much laid out what they want you to do and what you're gonna be doing. So now, as I page through my notes here, okay. So well, I guess the only thing here is you can try to question a little bit more to get some specific information if you want to.
What about this demon touch? In what way does it interfere with my normal life?
All right. Well, they'll tell you that one for free. So, hold on. Okay. So what they'll tell you is that while you're not under demonic possession, you may start exhibiting some of the traits of people who are possessed. This might include things like you might be hearing things, or maybe getting some kind of vivid dreams, or you may even be able to actually see demons, but they're not too sure the full extent of it. What they do know is that because you have been corrupted and touched by what's going on, the demon, like you might be feeling more pressure to commit your vices, and for you that's greed. So you might be feeling some kind of pressure to do things you don't want to do, or to maybe to be a little bit more greedy than you normally are. That's what they know.
Mm-hmm.
So here we can, that'll explain that explains everything, why you've been going completely crazy for the past 2 weeks. So okay. The only other thing is, I guess, do you want to try to get like a specific? Because they haven't really even told you about the demon you let out. They've been kind of keeping that quiet.
Yeah, let's ask that.
All right. You can do a manipulation, persuasion, or intimidation. So, however you want to play that.
Intimidation works best.
Okay, so 4.
Yeah.
Okay, well, so yeah, you really want to know, since they're just throwing you into this, like, what exactly have you done? What have you let out? And they seem reluctant to even want to tell you this, because they don't seem to like sharing their secrets. But they do tell you it was a certain corporate asset that was supposed to be under control, and you let it out. And they do give you a name, though. The thing you let out is called Mammon. That's what it's usually referred to, although they don't know if that's even its real name, but that's what they always referred to it as. So you get a name, basically. You get something to work with.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if that's all, then
I guess.
Then okay, I'm gonna make one of them do a quick. I'm gonna make them. There's a roll they need to do here because of maybe something that you did. So let me
I
just
didn't
check.
do anything. What are you talking about?
So let me just do a let's see. All right, wits and composure, and see that'd be a 5. Let's
No
see.
way, they're gonna get 3 successes like me.
All right, so okay, they're about to leave. They're packing up all their things and getting out of there. But
Yeah.
the tall one, Mr. Palmer,
No, he doesn't notice anything and just goes.
as he's packing up his things, he's about to close his bag, and he stops for a moment, and he looks at you, and he says, "The stone, please." And he just holds his palm out.
Can't I counter roll his roll with like, I don't know, what are you talking about? You must suspect it already in.
Well, I suppose you could try to lie your way out of this.
Yes.
So okay. How about manipulation plus? Okay, let's see. For lying, how about subterfuge? So 4 dice.
Oh, come on.
Okay, well,
Smile, bitch.
well, I guess you try and tell him that you don't know what he's talking about. You have no idea. Maybe it got lost in all the mess that they made around your apartment. And to this, Mr. Palmer is he's not looking very satisfied with that answer.
Come on, 2 successes.
But yeah, so okay, he's gonna have to do a counter here, which is to detect if you're lying or not.
It's like a mental battle.
Yes, it is. It is a mental battle here. So okay, let's see. So for him, let's see. I'm gonna get his rolls. So okay, for him that'd be a wits and I guess wits and composure to just see if you're lying or not. So just a quick 5. Wow. Okay. Well, he kind of gives you a look, and he doesn't reveal too much in his expression, but he just says, "Well then, we'll see how this plays out." And he just kind of turns around, packs his bag up, and he takes his leave with Mr. Ellison. So you've still got the artifact that you don't even know what it does.
I won the mental battle.
All right, then.
Kind of reminds me now of South Park, the episode with the mental fighting.
Well, it's social combat. So, okay, well, I guess you did good on that one. You still got the artifact, and we'll see how that plays into things. But okay. So they've both left your apartment, although your apartment is in quite a mess. They kind of turned like half the furniture over, and they were looking all over the place for things, apparently, maybe evidence. But yeah, they've left, and now you're just to your own devices. It's evening right now. Like it's it's dark. It's you'd gotten home from work, so like what do you want to do with the rest of your night?
I'm gonna try to sleep in my mess.
All right, not even gonna clean your apartment up. Just gonna sleep.
Maybe watch the news before I go to sleep.
Okay, there we go. So okay, yeah, this is something you could have done like the whole time, like the last 2 games. But okay, so you kind of sit on your couch, and you turn the TV on, and on the TV you see some local news going on, and doesn't look so good. There's reports of some vandalism and some looting at some of the local shops. The mall in particular seems to have quite a lot of upheaval, quite a lot of bad happenings, like people getting stabbed over like getting stabbed over small amounts of money, things like that. it seems that there's crime rates have gone up in town in just the past 2 weeks. Nobody knows what's going on. So that's what you get out of that.
Well, so everything is as usual. I guess I'll just go to sleep now.
Okay, so you just go to sleep in your mess. All right. So, okay. So that's one productive day of adventuring. All right, so it's the next morning. And I guess, well, actually, hold on. I'm gonna have to make you do, because you still have that bag of crack, and you've got it, and because your character suffers from addictions, you're gonna have to make a composure plus resolve to see if you dip into that bag of cocaine. So give me a 5. Okay, you did good. You managed to resist. All right, you've got the willpower. So all right, you do not indulge in the cocaine. But so it's the next day, and you wake up with maybe a little bit of a headache. So you get like a little headache, a little bit of I don't know, it's just uneasiness. But otherwise, you're doing okay, and it's a work day. So so what do you want to do? How do you want to start your day, and what do you want to do for the day?
Make coffee.
Of course. So we'll say we're keeping track of time. You know, everything you do, it's roughly a morning routine, like 30 minutes. So we'll say that it's around 8:30 now. Always keeping track of that time. All right. So you've done your morning routine.
Okay.
What now? And remember your wallet. I guess you still have the money because you didn't unpack anything from getting home. You just kind of slept in your clothes too. So yeah, you still got everything in your inventory. What do you want to do? Do you want to just go to work, or?
Yeah, I just go to work. By
Okay,
foot.
then. By foot, of course. That one of these days you're gonna take that bus. One of these days.
I already did on my first game.
Well, okay. I gotta figure out a good bus adventure. So, okay. So you're gonna be walking to work now. Let me bust out something fun here with this. So give me a second.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, because I got 3 pages of notes here, all related to just getting you on track and completing this story. All right. So let's see. We'll go with. Okay, so you're probably gonna witness something here, and I gotta figure out what that is. So let's do some rolls. Okay. And another one. Okay. And one more. Okay. Okay. So, on your way to work, all right. So yeah, on your way to work, you're kind of just walking down the street, and it seems like an average day. Although you're pretty sure you maybe hear some alarms going off in the distance. Nothing to worry about. But you do notice a broken down car by the side of the road. And there's like a couple there, kind of trying to get their car fixed. Do you want to initiate a contact? Do you just want to keep walking, or what do you want to do?
Compassion power activated. Let's ask for help. If I can help them.
Okay. Well, so let's see. The 2 of them, they don't appear to be from around here, and I guess you can do like a quick wits composure to notice something if you want. Which is
I want to notice something.
Yeah, 4.
Oh.
Okay, you don't notice anything, but so okay, they just kind of say that their car is broken down, and they were gonna maybe call for help or a tow or a taxi or something. But then someone stole their wallet. Someone just came up and just stole their wallet, all their valuables, so they're stuck. They're kind of stuck here. That's their story.
Happens. So I can't like fix the car.
Well, you can certainly try to do that. Although, I mean, you don't really have any specialty in like fixing cars, but you can try if you want to. So you want to do that? You want to try to fix their car?
Yeah, let's try it. Why not?
Okay then. So, okay, let me figure this one. So, alright. Let's see. So you're gonna need, this is gonna be an extended action, so it's gonna take a while. Okay, for you to roll to do this, it's going to be, so you're gonna need to use some automotive knowledge here, and some crafts. So, let's go ahead and call it a dexterity. Let's see, wits, that'd be wits. Wits plus crafts, which is 4. And it's gonna take, it's gonna take a few rolls, but, so 4 dice, go for it. Okay, so, so here's what's gonna be happening. So, you take a look, you assess the damage. It seems like there might be some problem with their engine. Now, you're not the most, you're not exactly the most well-versed in this sort of thing, but you figure, why not? You'll give it a try. You'll give it a try fixing their car. So it's gonna take you take just kind of a maybe like a half hour just even finding this out. So give me another roll and let's see how well you do. All right, you you find like a wrench, socket wrench, maybe some a screwdriver. You're not sure what you're going to use it for, but maybe you'll need it. You're again, you don't quite know what you're doing here, but you give it another half hour's try. Oh man, you're gonna fuck these people's car up. So okay. If you want to keep going, another 4.
What about work? Don't I?
Well, see, that's the thing. That is the thing. You this takes time to do, and if you really want to fix it, you're probably gonna miss work.
Oh.
Okay, well, see, 2 more. Okay, well, you do manage to solve the problem. It's around. Let me just fix some here in my notes. Okay, so after a while of working, you do manage to solve the problem, and their car, hey, like it seems like it works again. It seems like everything's great.
Awesome.
And yeah, they thank you very much. They don't really have any way to thank you because someone stole all their stuff. But they give you their thanks, and they just kind of they're about to drive off. Do you want to say anything else to them, or ask them for anything, or?
I want to check if they steal anything.
Oh,
from me.
No, actually, well, actually, hold on. You may not notice anything, but give me a wits composure to see if you notice anything. Well, you don't notice anything at all. No,
Great.
They didn't steal a thing. It's all good. It is all good. So
I hope so.
Just gonna let him. So you don't want to like ask him for a ride to work or anything while you're there, or?
Oh, good idea.
See, it can pay off. So,
yes.
Okay. Yeah, you ask him for a ride, and hey, because you were so nice to fix their car, they go ahead and they give you a ride to work. You're late. You're about an hour late for work, and hopefully you can explain that off. But yeah, they say their thanks and they say goodbye, and so you head on into work.
Okay.
All right. So Now, for your work day, because your work is just sort of that's how you get your resources. It's not overly important to the story. So we'll sum it up in roles. So
Okay.
first role is do you how do you explain being an hour late? That's your first role. So go ahead and do a manipulation persuasion, which is 3 for you.
Why not intimidation?
No, you got to explain to your boss here politely.
Oh.
Okay, well, you don't do such a good job, and they go ahead and they give you a warning that if this happens again, you're gonna be fired. All right, you're on thin ice here. But otherwise, your day goes as normal, and yeah. So by the end of the day, you leave, and it's around let's say that it's around 5 o'clock. It's starting to get dark. So it's about 5 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm just setting some stuff up with my notes here. So now you can go home. Well, how do you want to do that? Well, you could go home, or I mean, like, there's a lot of things you can do. I mean, you do have a bit of a mystery on your hands. You can try to pursue that actively, or you can just go about your business.
I want to seek out a fortune teller.
A fortune. Well, not the way I would have gone. But all right. Well, you have to find one. That's the thing. You don't know where one is, so you're probably going to need maybe a phone book or something. You don't have you don't have a phone book on you right now. So what are you going to do?
Well, in that case, I'm just gonna look for a telephone booth.
Okay. Well, there does happen, and hold on, let me get to my notes here. All right. Well, there does happen to be a phone booth. So the nearest one to you is going to be at the bank. All right, like outside the bank, they've got some phone booths, and you can use one of those if you want. You can like they've got little phone books attached to them. So you want to look up a fortune teller?
Yes.
Okay. Well, it's just the phone book is mighty thick, and this seems to be a hard thing to find. So I'm gonna say a wit's composure, just like to to find it, find the number. So
Okay.
4.
I can
Okay.
do books.
All right. So okay, you find it pretty quick. So there is one fortune teller nearby. There's actually turns out there's several in the phone book, but there's one nearby, kind of, sort of. So you kind of you get the number, and you wanna give him a call, or you wanna.
I guess I just gonna walk there.
Well, okay. Well, okay. You're at the bank, so you're gonna walk there from the bank. Well, okay. Let me say right now that something happens. So
Events.
yeah, event triggered. So
You activated my trap card.
so as you're kind of about to leave, you notice a well, actually, let me see if you notice it. Things are gonna happen, but let's see how witty your character is. So wits and composure, another 4. Let's see if you notice it. Okay, you do. So yeah, you notice that a van pulls up next to the bank. It's a really kind of beat up looking van, all rusty, and maybe a flat tire. And there's a few people, and they look shady. And you also notice something else too. So they start getting out of their van, and so now I'm going to make you do another roll to notice something. And for this, for story reasons, you actually get a little bonus. So do wits composure +1.
So that's 5.
Yep.
Oh, I'm
Wow.
stupid.
Well, I'll say this: you don't notice one thing, but there's something you definitely notice, and that is these guys. So they're looking around and they're looking very shady. But you maybe don't notice what they're doing, but what you definitely notice is that your head kind of starts hurting a little bit, and you look at them, and then like you look right over their head, and what you see, it's blurry, but like you can see something. Like it's like what you see, it's kind of hard to describe, but it's like there's a blurriness around them. It's dark and blurry, and there's like something kind of wrapping around their head and neck, and it's like it's there but not there, and you're not sure what it is, but you see it.
As long as it is not a demon, everything is fine.
well, so yeah, you're having trouble making out what it is, but so you're seeing this, and these people look shady and like they're about to do something. So what do you want to do?
I'm gonna step up my speed. I'm gonna walk a little bit faster, I guess.
So you're walking away or towards them? Which way you want
Away,
to go?
of course. I want to go to the fortune teller.
All right. Well, you're just gonna let this. You're gonna let events play out. So, okay. Well, let me before you do that. So they're gonna need to make a little roll of their own, and this will affect whether you can do that or not. So, let me bring up some notes here. Let me.
Uh-oh.
Got some things I gotta get up here. So,
I'm gonna get shot.
maybe not. So, okay. Let's see. Let me get my counters up here. Just gotta pull up some stats for this. So, okay, let's go with that. Okay. So, okay, they're gonna roll a. Okay, they got their composure wits roll, and they get a +1. So, okay, 4. Let's see what happens here. Okay. So, you know, you want to turn away and walk, but this is like you after you spotted the thing, and so like you spot it, and your instinct is to turn around and walk away, but the things that are like kind of wrapped around these people's heads and neck, they kind of twitch a little bit, and then the people like they turn, they seem to notice that you've noticed them, or specifically that you've seen maybe more than you should have, and so they know you're there, and so they're kind of they're looking like they're about to do something. Well, one of them looks like they're about to do something to you. The other ones are still they're preparing something else. So you can still just run away if you want, but
Of course.
Okay then. So okay, you're gonna run with your full speed, I take it.
Of course. This
Okay.
is danger water, so I guess lead on foot would activate.
But yeah, it's always on. It's always on. So okay, you got like a speed of 20, which is pretty good. So yeah, you just start running, and it's at this point that they one of them, not all of them, but one of them, the one that spotted you specifically first, he just starts going after you at full speed as well, and his speed is actually not as fast as yours, so you
Of
can
course
outrun him. But he's tailing you down the street now. And let me go ahead and set up the just in case. Let me get the combat tracker set up. Just in case. Alright, so just give me a second for this. And so yeah, but you're gonna have to make a decision, because do you want to just like keep running? I mean, like just straight down the street, or do you want to try and hide, or maybe fight, or you got kind of decisions to make there.
I want to run.
Just straight down the street then, like no ducking and weaving, no like into an alley, no nothing. Like gotta specify.
Okay, I'm gonna run into an ally and try to hide again. Worked so well
Okay.
last time.
All right. So okay. So you're gonna try to do the hiding thing because you got time. So okay. Well, like most of the alleys in this city, there's garbage, trash everywhere. Just trash bags and trash cans, just everything. So you're gonna try to hide in it again.
Of course.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and let's do dexterity plus stealth, and if like you can try the blend in thing again. So that'd
Of
be
course. I'm
4.
gonna be the trash.
Yeah. So well, you're gonna cover yourself in trash basically.
Yes.
So yeah, give me a roll of 4 for that.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay, so yeah, you do your best to try to hide, but it might not be working out so well.
Garbage isn't my element.
So yeah, the guy, he's coming up to the alleyway now. Just one of them. You don't know what the others are doing, but this one, he's kind of looking around, and also, which I guess you can peek out and kind of see. So maybe do like a wits composure +1. You have a bonus for this, so 5.
What? 5?
Yeah. Okay. So as he's looking around, and he's not gotten to you yet, but you can see that he's looking around, and that the distortion effect that you see around his head and neck, you can see it kind of twitching and also like looking around as well, and like almost separately of him, and they're kind of looking around now, and so let's see if he spots you. Let's see if he can find you in the trash. And because you didn't hide very well, he's gonna have a bonus to finding you. But
Of
you still have a
course.
chance. You still have a chance, though. So
I'm never gonna hide in trash ever again.
it doesn't seem to be working out for you too well. So okay. Let me get his stats back up here. And okay, so he's gonna do a wits composure. So let's see, it's 3. All right. Okay.
I'm
So
dead.
yeah. So yeah, he or it or they spot you, and so what he starts doing is he starts reaching behind his like his back pocket to pull something out. Uh, so it's at this point where you have a reflexive action. You can decide what you want to do in response, and combat's going to start now. So what do you want to do?
Throw trash at him.
Well, okay, let's do some initiative mods here. Let's do some initiative. So go ahead and roll 1 dice, and let's see how you do. And I'm gonna roll 1 dice.
Oh.
Okay, so you got a 5. So you're with your initiative. That's 9. Got it. I got a 2. So okay, you go first. So you do get the initiative. So
Yes.
you've got the surprise on him. So again, exactly what do you want to do?
I want to throw trash at him, like a metal trash can or a bag of trash.
Okay. Now, here's the fun thing. Do you want to just like throw it in his direction, which is a normal that's a normal roll, or do you want to try to like do a targeted throw towards any part of him? What do you want to try to do there?
What's the difference
Well,
in
like
dice roll?
to make a targeted roll, it can give you a better effect, but like there's a penalty. You take a penalty to your roll to try to do it, but it can do like it has a better effect, and it can do better, more effectiveness basically.
Okay. How many dice would that be?
Well, let's see. For you to throw at something with the garbage, that would be like let me see. That would be a dexterity.
Firearms.
No, not a firearm. It's not a weapon either. It's not a weapon, so that would be 2 dexterity plus it'd be athletics, because athletics is just your ability to throw in general if it's not a weapon. So yeah, it'd be a 2. You have 2 dice for this.
Okay, 2 dice.
I mean, the lowest you can go is 1, no matter what your penalty is.
I can't increase that with willpower, can I?
Yeah, you can.
I'm gonna do that.
Okay, so let me mark a point of willpower off. So you're just gonna do just a general throw, or like you're gonna try to aim at his head, or what are you gonna do here? What's your plan?
So if I aim on his head, I'm just gonna be able to throw 3 dice, right?
Well, you'll take a penalty. There's a different penalty for different body parts, but for the head, we'll say that's gonna be like a -2.
Oi. Nah, I'm gonna throw a normal.
Okay. Yeah, it's just like if you get a headshot, you can just knock them out instantly. But okay, so general throw. So yeah, for you that's like 2 plus 3. So you roll a 5.
Okay.
All
He
right.
dead
Well,
now?
you got one. You got one success. One success. So
He
okay.
dead.
So what that means is that you have dealt. Let me just mark it off on its health. You have dealt 1 point of bashing damage. Now, story-wise, that means that you pick up you pick up some metal trash that you find, just some junk, and you just toss it at him as quick as you can, and that kind of like he stumbles. It kind of catches him off guard. He clearly wasn't expecting that. So,
I hope so.
So yeah, he's kind of off balance there, but he was still like on. Now that it's well, you also so here's the thing. In your turn, because it is still your turn here, before he acts, you can act and move, or you could just act. What do you want to do here?
I'm gonna run away.
Okay, so you're gonna start. You're gonna start running as well. So
Yes,
okay.
I wanted to stagger him and then run away.
Okay, so yeah, you'll run with a speed of 10. So okay, now your back is to him though. That's gonna be unfortunate, but
Wasn't my speed 20?
no, it's
With
20 when you're running at full speed. That's like 2
Oh,
move
okay.
actions.
Okay,
When
okay.
okay. It's just normal right now. So okay, yeah, you just you do that. You start running. So he gets kind of thrown off by this. He wasn't expecting that, but he still he was reaching for something behind his back, and he pulls it out, and it's a gun.
Oh, what a surprise.
Yeah, so he's got his gun here now, because he's kind of taken by surprise. He's gonna receive a bit of a penalty to his aim. So yeah, that worked out, and so okay, yeah, he's gonna start aiming, and he's gonna see if he can shoot you. So let's see. So let me get my roll here. Let's
This
see
is
how
how I
does.
die.
All right, so here we go.
I'm dead.
All right, you got a 2 and a roll again.
What?
So yeah, they get roll agains too. So just 2 though. So now here's the thing: when it comes to guns, your defense doesn't matter. Like defense doesn't factor into avoiding bullets, because you can't dodge bullets as a human. So okay, yeah, the damage it goes through. So mechanically speaking,
I'm
your
dead.
character. No, you're fine. You're fine. You take, and I'm just gonna mark it on your character sheet here. You go ahead and you take 2 points of lethal damage. So that's mechanically what happens. Now, story-wise, so your back is to him. So you're running, but as you're running, you hear the loud bangs, and it's you feel a bit of pain in like around your maybe now 2 damage. That's not a lot, so we'll say the bullets they graze you a little bit. They graze you maybe around the abdomen and the shoulder. So they haven't like completely gone through you, but they're grazing you, and you are bleeding. But you can still keep running. It's not impairing your ability to run. So now it's back to you. So what do you want to do?
Trying to get out of his viewing field.
Okay, well let's see. So yeah, you gotten a little head start on him. So okay, you've got a few options for doing that. Like you can, I mean, I'd say you can take cover. You don't have anything to fight back with, but I mean, you can try to take cover behind something. You can maybe try to go into a building. You can try for that. Those are kind of your options to get out of sight right now.
Yes,
so what,
go. Let's go into a building.
well, you're gonna try to go into a building. So okay. Now you got a head start. That's good. So your movement action is going to be to try to get in. You know, there's buildings here. There's apartment buildings. So you're gonna try to get into an apartment building. Now some of these are like private apartments with keys and locks. So let's see if you find one that's unlocked. Let's see if you can do that. So how about wits and composure? You're looking for a door. Let's see if you can find a good one. Okay, all right. So yeah, you find one that is unlocked, and you manage to go inside. So you quickly duck into the building. You know, you're running along. You stumble. You find a building, and you try the handle. It opens. You get inside. You're in the hallway. So now that you're in the hallway, what do you want to try to do?
Leave the building through another exit.
All right, you want to try to find a back door to the building. Okay. Again, that will be a wits and composure roll because you're not familiar with this building. You're doing good. You're doing good. Okay. So let me just update some things here. So the random thug, he's still chasing after you, but he's a bit behind because again he is slower. So okay, as he's doing that, you're trying to find some kind of some backdoor exit, and you're looking around, and you're kind of running down the hallways. You're kind of holding your shoulder because it is still bleeding. Not bad, not enough to make you take damage just yet, but you're kind of holding on to that, and so yeah, you find a back door exit which leads into an alleyway in the back. So thankfully it's unlocked, and you manage to make your way out, and you're in the alleyway now. So you're not sure if you've lost him or not, but you've got time to decide what you want to do here.
I want to barricade the door.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to look around to find something to do that with. So, wits composure. Okay. Well, there's lots of garbage around here. I mean, there's nothing really overly good, but there are lots of trash cans around the alleyway, so you can probably use that, and you do. You go ahead and you just you stack up all the heavy trash cans and the garbage bags. You just stack it all up right in front of that door. So okay, you've done that. So again, at this point, you're not sure if you're still being followed or not. But what do you want to do here?
Run in a general direction to the fortune teller.
Okay. So we'll go ahead and let's see. So now let me do a roll here. Let me do one of my rolls. So let's see. We'll do that. And hold on. Penalty. Okay. Okay. Well, you go ahead and you do that. You make your way. You start running off to the fortune teller, to the direction that you think it is, and again, you don't know if you're being followed or not, but that's what you're gonna do. So, a couple, we'll say we'll account for some time going by here. It's getting dark. It's almost dark at this point. So things are still happening. And oh yeah. So as you're walking along, you're making your way to the fortune teller. Your arm is kind of, your arm and the side of your abdomen, they're kind of bleeding a little bit. I mean, you can keep going here, but do you want to do something about that, maybe?
Can I like tore some of my clothes and do a bandage?
Yeah, you can. You can do some first aid with no tools. So, okay, we'll say you try to do that, which you're gonna have to. So, in order to do this, it's gonna be dexterity plus medicine, and you only have dexterity, so it's gonna be 2 dice, and you actually have to get a certain amount of successes. So,
Okay. Oh,
oh
nice.
wow, 2 roll agains. Go ahead. Okay. You've actually done pretty good here. So here's let me just update your sheet here a little bit. There we go. Okay, so you go ahead and you tear off some of your shirt, and you kind of wrap it like you kind of wrap it around your arm, and maybe you make some makeshift gauze and bandage out of it, and you put it under your shirt and kind of around against the wound. It's not that bad of a wound, but you've stopped the bleeding, and mechanically speaking, you've healed yourself of your 2 points of lethal damage has gone down to 1 lethal and 1 bashing, so you've kind of reduced the damage a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, but hey, you're good. You've bandaged yourself up. So what do you want to do now?
Go to the fortune teller and ask about the red jewel necklace thingy.
Okay, well, let's go ahead and let me do another roll here. Let me do another one of my rolls. Okay. So you make your way to the fortune teller, and it's it takes you a while to get there. It's just kind of on the outskirts of the city. Like you're getting more into the rural area now that's around the city, and there's a little house, just a single little house, kind of sitting by itself along the road. Which the road is kind of you're getting into like dirt road territory now, so it does take you a while to get out here. So let me update the sheet. Okay, and all right. So you come up to the door of the fortune teller, and you wanted to ask about the red jewel that you've acquired, and well, first off, so you go inside to her little parlor. It looks really cheap, really tacky, but so there's an old woman in there, and you tell her your request, and so she makes a request for some payment, for some money. It's gonna be about $20.
Oh, I have that.
Well, you reach to your wallet, you pull it out, and oh hey, your wallet is empty.
Why?
Well, you remember those tourists that you helped out? You didn't notice them steal anything, but I updated your character sheet back then to show that your wallet has no money in it. They totally stole your money.
But I even did a roll and check.
You did the check to see if you noticed anything, and you failed the check, so you didn't notice anything.
I didn't notice that I don't have any money with me.
Well, again, that's what rolls are for. Like you like maybe you took a quick peek and you thought, it feels heavy enough. That's what it means when you fail a roll, is that you can always, here's the thing to remember. When you fail a roll like that, you can always check again just to make sure. It just wastes your time, but you can always like double check, just for future reference. For future reference there.
I'm gonna offer. Sorry, it's a little bit stupid, but I'm gonna offer the wristwatch.
But hey, there you go. See, look, it's all coming together. All right, the wristwatch that you stole off of Steve in your first story, it's coming into play now. So okay, All right, so you kind of, you take your wristwatch off, and you offer it up to her, and she says, "It looks like a cheap piece of junk, but I'll take it. I'll take it." So let me just go ahead and remove that from your character sheet. So yeah, you no longer can. You don't have the power to tell what time it is anymore.
I can just look up and see. Oh, it's dark. It's late.
Do a survival roll. Uh, okay, so all right, so she takes your watch, and you show her the red jewel necklace thing, and she kind of she takes it in her hand and kind of feels it over. She maybe puts on a little bit of a bit of a show of like trying to figure out what it is and what it means, and you're not too sure that this is legit, but she what she comes up with is that it is a powerful artifact, which bestows the user the ability to perhaps see or to locate the unseen. She can't really get much more specific than that, but it's a great and powerful thing. That's what she says anyway.
Uh-huh.
So,
So
do you want
it's
to?
basically useless to me since I get this demon touch. I can already see the unknown, apparently,
Yes,
since the
yes,
torment told me
yeah,
that. But
yeah. So
the
you basically,
same ability has also
yeah,
the necklace.
yeah. It's just, they needed it to see it, so you've just kind of stolen something that's redundant for you, but that's what it does. At least if she's telling the truth.
Makes kind of sense.
All right. So,
Okay, good.
all right, and I'll just kind of update that, and so just that you know what it does now. So, and oh wait, hold on. Let me put in just put the merit to it. Okay. So yeah, you've got that, and she's got your watch. So, what do you want to do here? What do you want to do now?
Ask how does one use this red necklace?
All right. Well, she's so she kind of does her little thing of putting on a big show of like she's detecting some kind of magic or something, and she just she seems like she might be making up what she's saying, but she says you hold the artifact in your hand, and you believe in its power, and it will be yours. That's what she says, which again, I mean, you could always try to like maybe detect if she's lying or not, but that's what she says.
That's what she said. I guess that is what she said. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's look, you're at a $20 fortune teller, so I mean, take what you get with a grain of salt, I guess.
Okay. I suddenly feel the urge to steal something.
All right, well, god damn it. All right, well, you can try and see what you find. So if you want to do that, it's gonna be to see if you don't get caught. Dexterity plus no, dexterity plus I guess for this it'd be subterfuge. Same thing for you either way, but three dice.
Yeah, let's see. Let's try to.
Okay.
Oops. Didn't mean that.
All right. Well, you got a success, so she doesn't catch you doing what you're doing. And I guess like so the only real thing of value in the room is she does have like a like a box full of cash, and now only one success, you're not going to be taking it all, but you maybe like when she's kind of not looking, you kind of sneak into the box and you just maybe you grab a few dollars off the top, and that's what you can get away with one success.
A few dollars should be enough for the bus.
So yeah, we'll say it's a good $20.
Oh, great.
So okay, yeah, that's what you've managed to do. And so what do you want to do now?
I want my willpower back.
All right. Well, yes, that counts as greed. So there you go. Which also, since you're stealing, and hold on, I pulled up the official rules on a morality check, which I'm going to be using
Uh-oh.
those. So okay, for you, 4 dice. All right, you like the 7 dice. The roll for the number that you can do that, but I like this official rule better. So 4.
You really want to grease my morality.
Well, you keep stealing things. You keep stealing shit.
Okay.
So 4 dice.
Ah,
You
God damn
failed.
it.
Okay, so you lose 1 point of morality, and you have to make another check. Which let me check the notes here. Let me check the rules. All right, let's see. So okay, so for this you get to actually roll your dice for it. So roll 6 dice.
Okay. What exactly does morality do?
Well, it
Is
affects
it important?
it affects your character. So okay, you rolled a success, so that means you're not going to suffer from a derangement. So that's good. But yeah, like okay, what morality actually does is it affects how your character kind of plays in a sense that like whenever you have to say resist doing something, like resist doing something, temptation or doing something bad, you get a penalty on it. Like it'll be harder to resist things, and also you can go crazy easier. That's another issue with it.
Okay, and how do I get my morality back up?
Well, the only way is to spend experience points. Actually, it costs a lot of exp, but you can get it back.
Oh, God.
But yeah, then that's exp that you could have spent leveling up your skills. But hey, you're good for now. 6 is still fine. And which I'll tell you right now where you're at on the morality scale. Let me bring that up. So at 6, so here's what you have to commit. Like to go lower than you are, grand theft basically, like burglary, things like that. So at this point, you can actually shoplift and like do little tiny stealing. You can do that all you want now, and your morality won't go down.
Ah, that's
So
cool.
yeah, that's actually kind of a benefit to a point. Anyway, so yeah, that's all calculated. So what do you want to do now?
Leave the fortune teller and go back home.
Okay. Well,
No,
let me
wait.
do.
No, wait. No, wait. No,
Oh,
wait.
oh,
No,
oh.
wait.
What do we got? What do we got?
I'm gonna go to the hospital.
Ah, okay, okay. Have fun explaining that gunshot wound. So okay. You're gonna go to the hospital, and let me do a roll here because I've been doing some background rolls. Let me just do another one. Okay, you're in good luck. You're in good luck. So all right, you make your way back to the hospital. It's gonna take a while because you were kind of out of the on the outskirts of town, which also your character doesn't know where the hospital is. So give me a wits composure to find it, like how quick you find it. Okay,
Slowly.
we'll add some more stumbling around there. We'll add a half hour of stumbling around. So okay, you can roll again.
Yes.
All right. So you do find it after some stumbling around, kind of clutching your wounds. You manage to find the local hospital. It's not a very big hospital. It's more of a clinic, but it'll do. And you go
Yeah.
ahead and you stumble inside, and so I guess how do you want to go about seeking treatment?
Well, I'm gonna ask someone with a white coat.
Okay, so I guess you're gonna go through reception and all that. You gotta fill out your paperwork.
Yeah, I got
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, they go ahead and they will treat you. So okay, they treat you, and this is gonna take some time. Now there's rules for this, so it's gonna take you like. Here's the deal. It's gonna take you like the rest of the day to heal your wounds. So, do you want to, like, are you gonna stay there for treatment, or you want to try to skip out, or do you want to waste the rest of your day, basically?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and say that they take you in and they treat you, and overnight, and your wounds aren't that bad, so they can fix you up by the next day. So, okay, it's about noon the next day now. We're gonna roll time forward a little bit, and oh man, you've introduced a whole bunch of issues with that. So okay, so you wake up, and so first thing that you see is, like, outside of your little hospital room where you're being treated, you can see the nurses and doctors talking to someone. They're talking to a police officer because you've got a gunshot wound, and they have to report that kind of thing. So yeah, so well, here, give me a wits composure +1. So 5.
What the
All right.
F?
Well, so you might not notice the bigger goings on here, like the details. You won't notice any fine details, but you get
I'm
some.
gonna. I already noticed some fine details. A police officer. I bet I know this police officer.
Well, no, again, you don't know where it's going, and there might have been other things he was doing, or that the great thing about those roles is there's kind of 2 layers to it. There's what you'll see no matter what, and then there's the fine details. But what you definitely see is this police officer who's talking with the nurse. He's talking to her, but you can see that distortion. That thing kind of wrapping around the police officer's head and neck, and it's kind of twitching around. And let's go ahead and see if it, like, anytime you see something, there's always a roll to see if it sees you. So,
God damn it.
because, well, yeah, like, you're not supposed to see it. So, like, if it can tell that somebody sees it, it's gonna notice. So, let's do a quick roll. Okay. So, yeah, so while the police officer's talking, you're seeing this thing from your hospital bed, and it's kind of just twitching around, and you swear maybe it has eyes, you can't quite tell, but as it starts twitching, like, the police officer's head kind of turns and looks at you, and you maybe see a little distortion in his eyes, so he or they see you. They notice you, and you're kind of helpless in bed right now. So he's gonna take his time coming over to you. What do you want to do?
I mean, I'm not helpless. I just have.
Yeah,
a
it's.
small
I guess.
wound.
Well, here's the thing. Because you've been treated, like, you're in like the hospital gown. You're not in your regular clothes.
Is my butt naked?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So
Where are my clothes?
well, your clothes are right next to you. They're just, like, in a pile right next to you.
Well, I'm gonna put them on. Damn
Okay,
it.
well, just gonna take your time doing that while the officer's coming over to you. So, yeah, he's kind of coming in the room now as you are getting dressed. And, so, yeah, the police officer, he's right next to you, and that thing twitching and, kind of, like, it's like the thing, like, the distortion, it is just twitching like crazy, and this police officer is giving you a really weird look. So now you've gotten dressed, and that's good, but you need to do a bit of a roll here. You need to do a composure plus resolve to see if you, like, don't freak out, because you're seeing it and it's right there. So composure and resolve, 5.
Okay.
Okay, you managed to keep your cool. So what this means is that you know it's there, but you're not looking at it directly. Like, you're doing your best job of not actually looking at it. Like, you're trying to pretend you don't see it. So the police officer will not attack you. So he just kind of looks at you, and his eyes look like he doesn't look good. He looks kind of sick, but he just says, he asks, "Are you a Mr. John Anderson?"
No, I'm not.
Well, you can try to lie to him if you want. That's manipulation, persuasion, or no, manipulation, subterfuge. So it's 4. If you want to try to lie to him.
Yes, I'm gonna lie to him.
Okay, well, you did good.
Oh.
All right. Well, you got 1. So let's see if he can see through the bullshit. So let's do a wits composure for him. Fortunately, he's not too observant. So let's do 3. Okay. Okay, well, he actually believes you.
Yes.
Yeah, he kind of looks at you, and like he's standing really, really close. And that distortion, you can actually kind of see now. If you do you don't have to even do a check for this, but like you can see the distortion effect. It's like as he's right next to you, you can see it. It's not just wrapped around his neck and his head, but like it's kind of like you can swear that you see some claws or tentacles or something in the distortion, and it's just kind of crawling all over him. And like as the officer's looking at you, this distortion is like crawling all over him and like looking at you in addition to him. So this thing it's kind of distracting, and you're gonna have a hard time not noticing. Like you're having a hard time not looking at it because it's like just twitching and moving all over the place. So give me another composure resolve, just 1 more to make sure you do not freak out.
You really want me to freak out so he can take
Well, see,
me?
anytime a human sees something really weird,
God damn it.
anytime a human sees something supernatural, like, and especially something like this, you have to, you're gonna maybe freak out. So, well, you failed, but here's the thing. Let's see if it notices. So you do have a chance, and this is the last roll you'll have to make on it, as long as you don't, okay, you lucked out. So the distortion is just kind of twitching around, and like, it's trying to get closer to you, but it kind of backs off. It swears it sees something, but it backs off, and the police officer kind of steps back, and he's like, sorry to bother you then, sir. And the police officer just kind of turns around and starts leaving. So you did good there. You bullshitted your way out of that.
Great.
So yeah, so he leaves, and well, he goes, and I guess what he's gonna do is he's probably going to go and like talk to the staff and try to reconfirm your identity. So while he's doing that, what do you want to do?
Leaving out of the window.
Okay, you're gonna try to just well, I'm gonna say like it's a clinic and it's a small place, but you are on the 2nd floor. So I don't know. Do you want to try your luck going out the 2nd floor window?
I guess I'll take some damage, but at least I am away from him.
Oh man, it's great. You fixed yourself up, but now you're gonna. Okay. Well, a couple of rolls here. So first, we're gonna see if anybody notices you trying to escape out the window, like the hospital staff. Okay, well they notice you. They notice you doing
God
this,
damn it.
but you can still do it anyway. So, yeah, okay. So now I need to do another roll, and this is to see how safely you land. Because this is, I mean, you might be able to land safely from this distance. So, I guess go ahead and give me it would be a dexterity plus athletics, which, just 2 for you.
Oh,
Nice. So,
like
okay.
a cat.
Okay, then. So here's what happens. Like as you start messing with the window, and you're making your way out. Like the hospital staff, like the nurses are like, hey, wait a minute, you haven't paid yet. You haven't paid your bill yet, and they're like rushing over to you. But yeah, you manage to leap out the window, and fortunately it's not that long of a way down. You manage to kind of safely position yourself so that you hang off the window, and then you safely land on your feet. Maybe it's a bit jarring, but you don't take any damage, and you land safely outside. Although everyone in the hospital knows you've tried to escape now, and police officer probably knows what you're up to now. But you're good. You're good.
Good. Then I'm just gonna try and hide.
Well, again, you just like you're just gonna like hide in the bush right next to that, or are you gonna try to run away and hide?
Yes. That,
That because that might not work out for you to just like jump into the bush right next to your window.
of course,
So,
that would be kind of stupid.
yeah. But that's the fun thing. You got to clarify. So okay, you try running and hiding. Well, fortunately, so the hospital. Here's the deal with the hospital. It's kind of the hospital has like a sort of a garden area behind it, and a little bit of woods. It's kind of a park. It borders on the park, so there's some trees and all that. So you can hide in it. So we'll say you try to do that. So go ahead and give me a dexterity plus stealth to see if you can just kind of hide in the woods, little section of woods. That's 3.
Invisible.
Well, okay, you got 2 successes. So, okay. So you're going to be hiding there for a while. And I guess at this point, I'm going to do some rolls of my own to see how well you can do in hiding in there. So let's see, we'll do...
For ages. I'm trained. I spent lots of days in this stupid room.
Okay, well, let's see. Hold on. Let's see, I got 2. Roll again. Okay, well, it's about even. So, hold on. We need to do a tiebreaker here for something. So, I'm just going to roll 1 dice. And
Yes,
you
I
roll
lost
1
my
dice.
job.
So, you just roll 1.
No, I rolled
Okay,
2.
so yeah, the tiebreaker. So, it's at this point that the police officer, he's kind of looking around, and he's looking like he's looking all over this sort of park area, and he's trying to find you, and as well he has called for backup, and there are several like as you're hiding, you hear some sirens, and other police are beginning to show up on the scene. And they're going to be searching this forested area for you. So
What
at
the
this
fuck?
point, yeah. So at this point, we what do you want to do here? How do you want to get out of this?
I don't understand. Why does the police officer know that I'm in the garden? Like I'm hidden. I
Well,
could
because
just run away to a
well,
bus stop and drive. Or
well, you said you wanted to hide in there, and so that's where my roles came into play to see like how well this guy can tail you. And that tiebreaker, it came very close, but the tie-breaking roll was like, is he sure that you're there? Like, is he like maybe there's some footprints or some maybe he can track a little bit. So it's just he knows you're roughly around that area, but he doesn't know exactly where. So that's kind of where you're at. They're searching the wooded park area.
I call bullshit on that one, but okay. What am I supposed to do
It was a
now?
contested roll. It was a contested roll. So, but no, you didn't outright fail anything. So you've got options. You can try to sneak out. That's what you can try to do. Or you can try to fight. I mean, if you really want, you can try to fight your way out of it, or go along with them. But you can also try to maybe sneak out. That's what you can also try to do.
Let's try the sneaking.
Okay, so yeah, now this is going to be an important roll. I'm going to say right now. So you've got dexterity plus stealth. So that's going to be 3. Now, do you want to willpower it, or do you
Of
want
course.
Okay, so we'll mark off willpower, and you get a roll of 6. Okay, you did good, and go ahead and do a roll again. All right. Well, good enough though. So yeah, that kind of that breaks the little bit of a tie the roles were in. So okay, yeah. While they're searching, you manage to kind of slip out as they before they like start really covering the area. You manage to slip out of there unseen. So you manage to lose them, fortunately. So you're in the clear now, and nobody's following you, as far as you know.
Okay.
So,
It's
what do you want to
evening,
do?
right?
Well, it was noon when you woke up, and about now it's like, the time you spent doing all of that. Let's see, because a couple rolls. We'll say it's about 2 in the afternoon now.
Okay. Guess I don't have a job anymore, so let's just go home.
Yeah, yeah.
By
So
bus.
yeah, so let me. Well, I'll mark that on your sheet later. But okay, so you're gonna go home by bus. So you do
Yes.
have, you do have the money. You got your money for that. So let me just check my notes here, and let's see how we can get you on track. So, okay. All right. So, on your way home, you take the bus. So, well, here's a fun thing since you're gonna hop on a bus. Um, Go ahead and do a, just go ahead and do a composure plus resolve roll. So, 5.
What are you doing to me?
Well,
Now I'm dead.
well, you failed the roll, but maybe we'll see how this goes down. So yeah, you kind of get into the bus. Uh, well, you're going to get on the bus, okay? This will give you some options. So because you're going to get on the bus, and you as you're getting up in there, you kind of look around. There's some other people on the bus. It's a fairly full bus actually, but you notice that on on at least half of these people on the bus, there's that distortion effect kind of crawling around them. Not all of them, but like maybe half the people on the bus, and you have a hard time not noticing this. Like the moment you kind of look at them, you're just like staring, and they might notice this. So let me just go ahead and see if they notice that. Let's
Oh.
let's see if they notice you noticing them. Oh wait, hold on. I rolled too many dice there. Thing. There we go. That's the right number. Yeah, still okay. The distortion's all twitching around. They start twitching, and they start noticing that you're noticing them, and the people that they're attached to kind of slowly start turning their head and looking at you. And it's at this point you might decide what you want to do.
I'm trying to keep calm and just sit down, maybe.
Well, okay, I'll give you one more good chance. One more chance to not freak out and to not erase suspicion. So it's going to be a composure and resolve. So 5 by default.
There we go.
Okay. And you
Oops.
did very well too. Yeah, well,
God
3 is very good. 3 is
Yes.
still very good. So you despite your initial freak out, here's what happens. So like they're all looking at you, and you stop looking at them like directly, and you say, "Oh, I think I must have had some bad food for lunch. I'm kind of I was taken by surprise there for a second. Excuse me, and you make your way to your seat, and they kind of keep staring at you, but the things twitching around them, the distortions that nobody else can apparently notice or see, they just kind of twitch, and then eventually they settle down, and the people just kind of go back to just sitting there. So you've done good. You're just sitting in the back of a bus full of possessed people, but you're good. You're good. And
Great.
and so you manage to get home safely, to get back to your apartment, and so you've done all right. and let me just take some money off, just arbitrary amount there for expenses during the course of the day. So, but you're still good on money. So now you're at your apartment, and it's still a mess. It's still a complete mess. Nothing has changed. But what do you want to do now that you're in your apartment and it's like about 2:30 in the afternoon?
I guess I'm gonna clean up my apartment and watch the news.
Okay, well, we'll give a good 30 minutes for that. So about, all right, half hour. So, okay, you clean things up, and you sit down on your couch, your busted up couch, and you turn the TV on. So what you see on TV, it may or may not surprise you, but there was a bank robbery. It turns out
Oh
there
no!
was there was a bank robbery at the Central Ashfield Bank, and not only was it a robbery, but it turns out several people died during this robbery, and in fact the whole place was burned to the ground. Like, not only did they steal everything, but they also burned it down too. And the manager of the bank is missing, and that's the most important local news. The other news is that looting continues, and the mall is an unsafe zone right now. There's a high police presence there, but that's what you get from the news for today.
Okay.
So yeah, you missed that bank robbery. You could have stopped it, but you just ran.
Well, one unarmed guy with no fighting experience versus a van full of people and weapons? Yeah, right. I'm not
Well-
Chuck Norris.
Well, you never know. Also, so something you haven't made use of is like you could have, because you were at that that payphone. There's the phone number. You could have called in your backup, as it were. You know, your
Speaking of which, there was something I wanted to do.
oh,
First off, I
Alright.
wanna take a pistol with me.
okay. Well,
If I
now,
still got that in my room.
okay, yeah, you do. You got two pistols actually. You still have them, and although you never bothered to buy ammo for it, but you got them, and you can always get ammo. But they're
What
empty right now.
about the money? Do I still got
Yeah, you've
my
got money. Yeah, you've still got. Let me take a look here. Let me take a look at my notes. See just how much money you're hiding under your mattress. Yeah, you've got about like $500 in cash under your mattress.
Let's take $50.
Okay. So let me just subtract that, and let me add it to your sheet.
Good. Then I want to go to the next phone booth.
Well, you're in your apartment now, so I mean you have a phone in your apartment that you can use for free.
Okay, then let's use this. And I want to call the stupid pants with his hair back.
Okay, so you're gonna give him a call then.
Yes.
Okay, so yeah, you ring the number up, and takes a second, but eventually you get an answer, but it's actually from, apparently it's a receptionist. I guess maybe his secretary. And they're asking if you have anything, if you have a message or anything you wanna, what do you want to say?
I want to ask to the guy here with the
Okay.
slick back hair.
Okay, so yeah, they it takes a couple of minutes, but they they connect you, and so he gets on the phone and he immediately asks, "So, have you seen the news?" Like, so he starts asking you questions first off.
Yes, I have, bitch.
All right, so so he wants to know, have you been making any progress? The situation is beginning to get out of control around town.
I've noticed.
Yeah. So, do you have anything to tell him?
I can see weird things.
All right. Well, he says that maybe, perhaps, they should meet in person to discuss this, not over the phone. So, I guess you're gonna agree to that, or
Yes, but I want to meet him. What time is it?
it is about 3 in the afternoon.
I want to meet him later because I first want to buy some ammo.
Okay. Well, yeah, he goes ahead and says that yeah, he tells you that that they'll be arriving after dark. Expect them close to midnight. That's what he says. So yeah,
Okay.
that's yeah. Then he hangs up on you.
That bitch.
So okay, you want to go buy some ammo?
Of course.
All right. Well, so there is again. You live in the bad part of town, so there is a there's a gun store near you. All the ammo you could want. So yeah. Let's see. You've got in your wallet right now. You've got about $65, more than enough for however much you want to get. But so I guess do you want to? You're gonna get ammo, but do you want to get anything else while you're there? I mean, now's the time. I guess now's the time for preparation.
Of course. I also want a knife. A knife
Okay.
for my for hiding inside my boots.
Man, this character's going in a very different direction from when it started.
Yes, it's getting dangerous.
All right. Well, okay. Now, you do have, like, even though you got fired from your job, you do have a point of resources. So I will allow you, actually, you can get, like, all the cheap things you want. So now's your time to stock up. So we'll say you get some ammo. You get more than enough. Like, you get a couple of boxes of ammo. And you get the knife, which I will go ahead and add to your character sheet. Just a basic knife, which does 1 damage. And also, I'll also add in your pistol too. Your pistol, which has a damage of 2. And wait, hold on.
Okay.
Let me set the range. I'm just kind of filling in some character details here while we're at it. So there we go. Okay, so you got the knife, you got the pistol. Anything else? You can buy cheap things, basically. Any cheap thing you want to buy.
How about a smoke grenade?
That would not fall under cheap. That's more specialized.
Okay. A multi-tool.
Ah, okay, a little tool. So yeah, that will do. That will do. I'll just add that on, and that'll give you a bonus whenever you do certain things. It'll give you. I'll just put in. It gives you a little +1 tool bonus. So there we go. Now let's put 1 dot. Don't need the +1. Okay, and yeah, I'll say you can get maybe one more cheap item if you want it. That'll be the extent that your resources will cover.
I guess I have everything.
All right. I guess you don't want any like padded clothing or anything, like no armor.
If that's an option, okay, why not?
Yeah, you can get like padded clothing. So okay, we'll go ahead and add that onto your equipment. So just some like padded hunting clothing. So it's like camouflage. Like it's got like camouflage and everything. Man, your character again. This is quite a dramatic change. So okay, you've got your padded hunting clothing, which what that'll do for you, what that'll do is it'll add on like it's not gonna block bullets or anything, but it will add 1 to your defense. So
What about hiding?
actually, yeah, it'll give you a slight bonus if you're hiding like in the wilderness. That's what it'll do for you. So I'll go ahead and make a note that it gives you a +1 to defense and also to stealth. So there you go. that's only going to apply though to like you're not going to blend in with the garbage with that, but
I'm never gonna try garbage again.
it's just you don't have the skill for that. But if you're in the wilderness, it might work. So okay, your character
Like,
is
for example, a small park next to a hospital.
so okay, so let's see, you got everything, got character sheet updated. So okay, so what do we want to do now?
I'm gonna wait, or
I guess
I want to wait for the time to pass
Okay.
so I can meet with the freaking
Okay.
idiot.
All right, so yeah, we're just gonna advance time. So we'll assume you go back to your apartment. You've got several boxes of ammunition, which I guess you're just gonna kind of sit them on the table for now. That's a lot to even. It's a lot to even try to hide all the crap that you bought. So okay, and I guess you're gonna. So are you gonna take like? Are you gonna be wearing your padded hunting clothing all the time now, or are you gonna take it off in your apartment? Like, because that's kind of a consideration. It is kind of heavy.
I don't see any reason why I should take it off. I
Okay.
mean, I had a weird police guy one time knock on my door.
It's just kind of like it might arouse suspicion for you to be like dressed like paramilitary just all the time, you know. But you're good. So okay, you go ahead and wait. It gets dark, and it's getting near midnight. It's around 11 o'clock. Which you do have a clock in your apartment, so even though you don't have your watch, you can still keep track of the time. All right, so it's at this point that you get a knocking on your door, and you can suspect who it is. So what do you want to do?
I want to check out the what's the word? The hole in the door.
Yeah, the little
to look at people.
The peephole.
The spy.
Okay, so yeah, that's a smart idea because like the first time you had to open a door, you just opened it, didn't even know who was on the other side. So okay, yeah, you take a quick peek and you can see. So yeah, you can see the man there. There's the one the one you're very familiar with, Mr. Ellison, and then his associate, Mr. Palmer, right next to him, and they're just standing there saying, "Open the door."
I guess I'm gonna comply.
Okay, so yeah, you open the door, and they kind of step on in, and they don't. They just kind of come into the room, and they don't bother to sit down or anything. They ask, so you said you have some information. You've got some things that you want to talk about. We're listening.
I want to tell them about these creepy things that are on people's.
Well, okay, like so. Here's how much do you want to tell them? Like, so the things
Everything.
Okay, everything. Okay, so like about the the bank robbery, about all that. Okay, so but I'm guessing everything except for the that jewel that you stole. Everything except that.
What
right?
jewel are you talking about? I didn't steal anything.
Okay, so all right, so yeah, you kind of you sit on the couch and you go over everything that you've seen today, and so this worries them. The tall one, Mr. Palmer, he's rubbing his chin, his goatee, and he's thinking, and he like he has a moment to talk with Mr. Ellison. Then they quickly though they kind of clue you in. It's like, well, so Mr. Palmer says, well, this is it's happening faster than we thought. This is not good. There's been more incidents, and there's even some reports of incidents outside of the city. We need to get a handle on this right now. And Mr. Ellison agrees. So now, what do you want to do, or do you want to let him continue?
I let them continue.
Okay. So they kind of think. They take a moment to think about this. And now you do tell him everything, and also, I guess you also include, because you saw in the news, that there's a lot going on at the mall. and about the police. So they're going to go ahead and they're going to help you put things together here. Not going to chance it to the dice. So, okay, yeah, they kind of say, it seems that we've been noticing more outbreaks of this violence and arson and more theft, but it seems to all be concentrated around the mall. Like we notice that it's happening more and more around the mall, and from what you're saying, it seems like more and more people are they're not just like, so they go ahead and they inform you. Well, here's the thing: you kind of have to get this one out of them because they don't like to share secrets too much. So go ahead and manipulation plus either intimidation or persuasion, however you want to play it.
Manipulation with persuasion and willpower.
Okay, so like that would be 6. So let's go ahead. So you got 6
I'm
dice.
gonna get serious now.
Okay, you managed to get it. So okay, so yeah, they're reluctant, but they go ahead and tell you that this is so what you're seeing. It's unique from your situation. You have just been corrupted by the demon. You've been touched by it, but you're not actually possessed. But what you're seeing is not the demon, but whatever's going on. There are other demons that are loose, and so they're all beginning to congregate. Like the demons are starting to possess people, and they're all kind of gathering in the city. So what you're seeing is probably demons that are just latching on to people and possessing them, and they're up to something. They've got a plan, and it involves the mall. So that's what they know. Now, they're going to keep going, but do you want to try to do anything? Want to ask anything? Talk to them? What you got?
I want to let them continue talk.
Okay. So they think about it some more, and they devise a bit of a plan. So they figure that what's going on, and since you've been persuasive so far, so what they figure is going on is that the demon that you let out, you didn't let it out like into the world. You let it out back into the inferno. That's how it works. So the demon is in fact in hell, but it was trapped, somewhere else before. So what it's trying to do now is it's trying to get out of the inferno and get like here to the to the real world. And what these demons are probably doing is they are probably trying to summon it. And the mall is probably where they're going to do the ritual. And if that happens, and this thing is actually let out here, some real bad shit's gonna go down, basically. That's the sum of it. And something needs to be done. And you're gonna be the one to help out with that.
How about an airstrike?
No airstrikes. No airstrikes. So, okay, so you're gonna comply? Or you're not gonna try to maybe negotiate or fight with them on it or anything?
I want money for the information I just gave.
See, it's always a good idea to try to push your luck for a little extra. So go ahead and you can intimidation probably. So 4.
With willpower.
Okay, 7. Okay, you did good. So so what are you negotiating for? Like, what do you want?
Money.
Okay, so yeah, you want that money. So Mr. Ellison, so Mr. Palmer's having none of this, but he's not the one in charge of this sort of thing. So Mr. Ellison kind of thinks on it, and he agrees that if you can pull this off, since they've realized that maybe you've been having some bad luck at work lately, they are willing to pay you. They are in fact willing to put you on the company payroll if you can pull this off and if you stay quiet about it. So that's what that's the offer they're willing to give you.
Sounds good.
Okay, so here's the plan now that they have devised. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna say that tomorrow tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, they're going to they're going to report all this back to corporate headquarters, and they're going to see what they're going to do. But they're going to try to get some assistance with this, and basically, this needs to be shut down. The whole operation needs to be shut down. So with force, and that's how they're gonna play it tomorrow night. And so you're in for this, and they've said they will make contact with you again tomorrow night. The moment that it gets dark, you can expect a visit. You don't have to call. You'll get a visit. And so before they leave, are you anything else you want to say to them?
Yes, I wanna. What's the tall guy's name? With the
Joseph Palmer. That's the tall one.
I wanna say like, hey Palmer, I found this in my apartment, and throw the jewel necklace.
Always going for the you're going for the renegade option here.
Getting trust.
Okay, so yeah, you show him that, and so he looks at it and he's like, well, it's about time you gave that back. It's no good to you anyway. So yeah, he just takes it and he leaves.
That fucking bastard.
Okay, so okay, good. So what I'm gonna say now is, I think that's good for today. Okay, that's good for today, because the next session is going to be involving a whole lot of conflict, and the shit is getting real at this point.
Good thing I am prepared.
Yeah, see, you've done all your preparation. You're back on track for the story. It's all good. So yeah, that's where we're gonna leave it. And now we're gonna do some experience points. So how many experience points did you get? Well, let's see. First off, we're gonna say that you got 3 points for just completing the story. Then, okay, combat. I can't really give you any points for combat because while you did get in a fight, you didn't actually get out of it very well. Like, you didn't beat them or anything. You didn't stop the bank robbery. So yeah, no point for that. But investigation. Okay, investigation. Well, you did find some things out. You didn't, not everything. So I'll give you like half credit. So 1 point. And but for socializing though, the social combat, you actually did really well on that. So that's an extra point. So okay. So let's see. In total, and I like you actually handled the stealth pretty well too. So I'll go ahead and say you got 6 points of experience. All right, all considered, all factors considered. So you have 8 EXP total, which you want to spend it now, or
can I put 2 points in persuasion?
Well, okay. Hold on. Let me get the EXP charts up real quick, and let me just kind of get this. Okay, so you want persuasion. So 1 point of persuasion.
2.
That would be. You want 2 points in it.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let's see. So 1 point. That'll be 3. So that's 5. And second point. So that's 2 times 3. That's 1 more EXP than you have. You can't get but I don't know. I mean, you got 5 EXP still. So just like as a suggestion, you seem to be doing a whole lot of physical tasks lately. You might want athletics because it does help. Because you've been doing a whole lot of physical stuff lately, like jumping out windows and trying to throw things, and it's not going well for you though. It's not going to keep going well with no points of athletics. But all you can really do is add 1 point onto something. Like you don't have any medicine. There's a lot of little things you could flesh out if you wanted to.
Yeah, let's go for athletics.
Okay. So we'll just go ahead and add that. It's like the thing about this game is that like in general, you want to have like a good diverse range of skills more than like because like okay, like all your computer skills, those were great to start off with, but like the way that
They
you're
are fucking
going.
useless now.
Yeah, the way you're going with your character, like you're like, getting all in military fatigues and with the combat knife and like the way you're going, all that skill doesn't really amount to much. So it helps to have good range of skills. So okay, yeah, I think you know what? Didn't go quite as planned, but
As usual.
yeah, but I have managed to get you back on track, and the next time around, oh man, there's gonna be a big, big climactic finish to this. Which all I can say is I hope you survive it, because your character's coming out interestingly, and maybe we can even get tinfoil on it. I'd like to get some more people on this. You could use all the backup that you can get.
Again, I would like to be a magician, sorcerer, devil
Well-
guy. That would be
well,
cool.
Well,
The
okay,
computer
here's,
devil.
Well, here's the way. Like, okay, I will say some options you have here. So the way things have been going. So out of character stuff here. So when it comes to learning some form of magic. So right now your only real options, like, so you do have some powers because of you're touched by the demon. But when you solve the problem, like that'll go away. You'll lose those powers.
Oh, great.
But I mean, like, so here's some options open to you and how your character is right now. So what you could do is you could always try to make a pact with a demon. You could sell your soul to a demon, and that would get you some powers back. But you know how that goes. You'll be possessed. And the other way that you could do it. So here's the thing: one of the guys that you're interacting with, the tall one, Mr. Palmer. So if you haven't figured it, they're vampires. And so he's a Tremere, which is the blood mage. That's why he's kind of involved. So I mean, you could go that route as well. You could go the blood mage route. Maybe, but that's kind of what's open to you when it comes to learning some magic.
You just spoiled me.
Well, not so much a spoiler. I mean, like, it's pretty easy to tell the way they act.
Well, I didn't thought of that.
Well, I did good. But yeah, like that's
I
kind of
know that there was something fishy because they
Well-
only show up at night, but
well that and also
I wasn't
like,
go so far with oh, they are vampires.
Well, I guess it's like to those more initiated with the world of darkness, like that first time, like when they were kind of interrogating you, when the one guy was interrogating you, like
You're
he
right.
was using the vampire dominate skill on you, like that's why you were compelled to talk. So I guess I thought I'd made it more obvious, but I guess not.
Nah, not really.
But yeah, one of them is a blood mage, so that's always an option, I guess. You could go down that road, or demonic possession again.
But Mr. Anderson doesn't know that yet.
Yeah, see, here's the thing: your character doesn't know that yet. This is where you have to keep things separate. So you, the player, you kind of have to know what's going on to a degree, but your character doesn't always know what's going on. That's the fun thing.
Yeah, so it's kind of useless to. It's kind of stupid because I know these guys are vampires, but John Anderson doesn't know it.
Yeah, but it's just like what I'm saying. Like the reason I say it to you is because, like, okay, you say you want your character to have some form of magic or something. Well, that's one option. But it's like, so do you, the player, want to go down that road? And if so, I can work it into the story. If not, then But
I want John to become a great wizard, but again, I can't just play like, oh yeah, John is asking the guy about magic.
well,
That would be totally out of
yeah, no, but like, see,
John's
what I'm saying
character.
is, yeah, but what I say is that, like, so, like, if I know what, if I know what you want to do with the character, and like, there's options that are available right now, I can kind of work the story in a way that will push you in that direction, basically.
That'd be
That's kind of
great.
how I work it. So I guess you want to be a blood mage, or do you want to try to like? Okay, another way you could take this is like you could try to side with the demons and sell your soul to them. That's another way you could take it.
Both not so great options. I don't really want to become a vampire, and I don't want to sell my soul. But
Well, that's kind of the thing about this is the thing about power in World of Darkness. Power always comes with a cost. All right, there's always some serious reason that you wouldn't want to have that power. But that's where it goes.
awesome would be if I got a strange addiction or something. But
Well,
like vegan power, you know.
like when it comes to addictions, another thing that would give you powers is to become a ghoul. But you probably don't want to do that. You probably don't want to go down that road either.
Nah.
Now, when it comes to like actual like mages, well, here's the thing. First off, you haven't encountered any. Second off, when it comes to mages, you kind of have to like, it's something you're born into, not something you learn. So you can't really be a pure mage. The kind of power that you're gonna get is always gonna come with a cost.
Okay.
But yeah, that's how I'm gonna say it. So that's just kind of like we're making a road plan for your character here. So no vampire, no making a deal with the demons. So I'll try to figure something. I'm gonna look through my source books, and I'm gonna try to figure something I might be able to work into your character. There is the from the Supernatural. It's like there's a Supernatural book. There is so you might have like telekinesis, mental powers. Those are something you might be able to develop at some point. Not the same thing as magic, and they come with their own downsides. But that might work. There's also voodoo.
Voodoo is stupid. The telekinesis stuff. Can I read someone's mind with it?
Well, there's a bunch of different powers, and you're not always going to have control over how they develop. That's the thing about them. Also, they do have a downside. They have a serious downside, which is, so for a mortal character, like, okay, let's say that you get pyrokinesis. You can start fires with your mind, right? Well, the downside is, anytime you want to use those powers, and even sometimes you don't, you'll have to perform a roll, a check, and if it goes wrong, you might like just set yourself on fire, or bad things can happen. That's the thing. They're unpredictable.
Pyromancy would be something quite good for this character.
Well, it would also be really useful since you find yourself dealing with vampires a lot. So, yeah. Okay.
And don't forget my awesome lighter.
Yeah. Oh my God. Hold on. I think I've got something that can maybe introduce. Okay, I think I've got something. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think I can work something out to maybe get you started on that path. Maybe. Might take a few games, but I think I can get you started on it.
Okay.
All right. So there's we worked things out. And that's the plan. Hoping I can get someone else in on the game. We'll see if I can get tinfoil. But anyway, that's about it for today. That's all. I'm not gonna conclude the stream. Stream is gonna keep going. I'm gonna do some games. Got to do some video games. But
Yes.
But I think we're done here. So I guess say bye to the audience then.
Bye, audience, and later. See you in chat.
All right. Thanks for showing up.
Bye.
Okay. So